now we're going to think about how we use times tables knowledge as an introduction to percentages. And the first thing that we need to recognise is that percentage just means something out of 100. So for instance, if I said I had 1%, that is 1 out of 100. So if I then said, what is 1% of 200? All I do is divide 200 by 100, and the answer is 2. Now, there are a number of percentages that I think it's really useful for us to commit to memory. So the next one I would recommend is 10%. Now, we know that therefore, because it's a fraction, that's 10 over 100. And because of our work in simplifying fractions, that will simplify down to 1/10 in its simplest form. So if I then asked what's 10% of 40, the answer is 1/10 of 40, and therefore our answer is 4. The next one I think is worth committing to memory. It doesn't occur very often, but every now and again it does crop up. 12.5%. Now 12.5% is actually 12.5 over 100, and that simplifies to 1/8. So 12.5% of 16, for instance, would be 16 divided by 8, and the answer is 2. And then we need to know 25%, which is 25 over 100, but that simplifies to a quarter, and we know how to find a quarter of an amount. 50% is 50 out of 100, which simplifies to a half, and 75% is 75 over 100, which simplifies to 3/4. One thing don't get confused about is 100%, which is actually the whole thing itself. And last two, which again are very infrequent but just worth recognising, is 33 1/3%, which actually simplifies to 1/3, and 66 2/3%, which simplifies to 2/3. And in the next clip on percentages, we're going to see how we apply this to finding percentages of amounts. And that's it.